Hey y'all, it's Bossladi from Dating 101, Bmore Edt Podcast. Today's topic is about scorned exes. Now, that could mean a lot of things, okay? And I'm not going to dig too deep into, my personal life per se, but I absolutely will give my perspective, my experiences, and if anyone from my past feel as though the conversation is about them, I ask that you come forward and clear your name, okay? But until then, I'm going to speak my truth. I'm going to talk about my experiences. And the hope and the idea of this podcast is not to give advice per se, but to come together collectively to get our experiences and talk about how we can try to course correct, if possible, the outcome of the dating world. Because it can't be that, it just cannot be that bad, right, y'all? Like, it's so much in this world, so much good in this world. And I feel like we focus so much on the negative that all the good just go by the wayside. Every person that we come in contact with is a lesson. Whether you decide to stay with them or move on, there's still a lesson. And it's up to you to figure out what that lesson is. Listen, I done had my feelings hurt plenty of times, but I will never allow that to change who I am as a person who God made me be, and have a good heart and, just go out into the world and have my light shine bright like a diamond. I know, I'm corny. But anyway, I just don't ever want my dating experiences to alter what my ultimate goal is. And I think if we continue to have these conversations, not necessarily talking about all the bad that may happen, but it's okay to have these conversations to try to figure out why is this happening to so many people? So many people are having the same type of experiences. So what does that tell you? Seriously, do that make you think like, this is an individual issue, or is this, i.e., a collective issue? And I think it's a mix of both. I think we've had this conversation before. No, I know we had this conversation before. How social media can alter the outlook of what a real relationship should look like. People have so many opinions of what it should be, when that's not necessarily true. It literally, the saying to each its own is just that. Every relationship is shaped, is born, is formed. They're all different. Where some people may want to do 50-50, some people may want to do something else. You do what works for you in your relationship. But it's nothing wrong with having those uncomfortable conversations. And I find that a lot of times people don't have those uncomfortable conversations until the relationship is near the end or has ended. And then that makes you wonder, well, did you feel like this all along? Like, why you wait till now to say all this? You said, what? You said, I let myself go. What? You always felt this way? Like, what's going on? So I think when we opt out of having those honest conversations because you think you're protecting a person, oh, I don't want to hurt her feelings, I don't want to hurt his feelings, I think you do your relationship an injustice. And I just want to have the conversation and be openly and willing to hear the other side and come together collectively and find solutions, because I believe Black love has a strong hold on society, and they make us think that we all just at odds and can't figure it out. And while some people may have individual issues, that individual journey may not, they may not know where to go, right? They still trying to find themselves or hit, a certain plateau that they just can't seem to get over that hill. And that's okay. But you have to take accountability and acknowledge, like, you know what? I'm in a rough spot right now. Maybe I shouldn't take that out on my partner because I'm having this. Or maybe I should think of another way or another solution besides being distracted. Sometimes, a lot of our issues we create ourselves because the world is pretty straightforward on a lot of things. So a lot of our hardships, a lot of our issues, a lot of things could be avoided if we just start with self and we just look within, right? So I know you're like, what is she talking about? I know we're talking about scoring exes. Yes, we are, y'all. We are. But I was just trying to just set the tone and just bring this up because I think it all plays a part of how people become scoring exes. And sometimes when you don't do the work, you don't have self-love, you will bleed into other people's relationships once you're no longer even a part of that person world, right? Y'all get where I'm going with this? So I know scoring, cliche, whatever. But I think a lot of times male and female relationships did not work out for whatever the many reasons it did not work out. And they may see or assume that the other person is being treated better than they were. So now they become that scorned ex, right? They do all these things to try to alter the new relationship. And that don't work out for anybody in the end, ultimately, because you're miserable and you're trying to make other people miserable that's not thinking about you, right? And if you, do the self-work, you wouldn't even be thinking about an ex, honestly, because they're ex for a reason. I don't think a lot of people really realize that everything don't always end badly. And it don't have to end badly, honestly. It's a buildup of things, I think, over a period of time. Again, this is very, black and white because everybody's situation is different. But I know, there's some women who are just, out in this world and they're just sad, they're miserable, they don't know who they are, they hide behind labels. It's just a lot of things that is sad as a woman to have to see. And it's a lot of men that are surface level that attracts them. And you attract the type of person that you are in that moment or on that wavelength, if that makes sense. I hope this don't go over y'all heads. But sometimes I speak out of turn because it's just different things that come to me in the spirit in that moment, and I just have to get it out. And what I'm noticing is that people don't take accountability a lot of times. So they blame the other person, right? They'll say, well, yeah, I messed up, but you did this. Yeah, well, maybe I didn't mess up, but you still did this. They would never just say, you know what? Yeah, I did. I messed up. I did. You know what? I wasn't happy with this. You know what? I did this because of that. And it's just sad because instead of just taking accountability and not putting a mirror up to your partner or somebody else, you alter the whole situation because you have to bring another person in to have a reason or excuse of why you did what you did. So it all stems from, again, this is relationships that you're in, that people have their representative showing up. And over time, they can't keep up that facade. So they're going to slowly try to start finding things that you are flawed in, right? And hope that overshadows where they lack, right? So for whatever reason, like I said, y'all break up. If you break up a bad way, you're that scorned ex. So when you're not healed, you'll continue to follow these people. You'll continue to stalk these people. You'll stalk the people of the people, connected to them. Because you're so high strung and you're so concerned with why this did not work out for us, that I will not let this person, man or woman, get something that I did not, receive in a relationship. Or they know how you treat people and that you actually do have good traits, good and bad traits, which we all have, that they will not allow you to do that with another man or another woman. So being a scorned ex is not fun, okay? I don't recall me ever being a scorned ex. If I'm wrong, correct me, hit me up, say, yeah, hey, you messed my stuff up. Or you left me high and dry. I think I had one scenario and me and this guy wasn't even dating or anything. He just, was flirty or whatever. And this was years ago, before I even had children, years ago. And I think that was one person that I think I had an open conversation with. And he was like, no, you hurt my feelings. Like, you left me high and dry. And I was like, what? We wasn't even an item. But I didn't take away from his feelings because I understood where he was coming from. Like, you know how you got somebody that you see all the time at work, or, you flirty, or, y'all might give each other a ride. I don't know, but y'all never said y'all was together or nothing like that, and then you end up meeting somebody else. And because you wasn't really connected to this person, you might have left them to the wayside. that was kind of a scenario, but cool dude, nothing against him ever. Like, he's dope, really a dope person. But other than that, I don't think I've ever had, and that's not me toot my own horn, because for the most part, when I'm in relationships, when I say I do my best and try to go above and beyond, because I just know how the world is, and I just want to always be that woman where they say, no, my girl, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I want my dude to brag on me, like, not my girl. You feel me? Like, that's just who I am. But like, yes, I'm sure I have my flaws. Anybody I dealt with probably say, no, she could be a, or she get agitated. You know what I mean? Like, they might have little things they can say about me, but overall, they can't take away the good. My good outweigh my bad on any day. Good day, bad day. Okay, I'm giving it 90-10. All right, y'all. I'm giving it 90-10 because I'm gonna leave room because I'm not perfectionist, and but I know that my heart is good. And like I always say, I'm not a nice person, but I definitely am a good person, and I do my best to treat people how I want to be treated. I try not to have expectations, because I just don't want to be let down. But so I just move in the world with just knowing that whatever I do for somebody, I do it because that's what I want to do, and that's just what it boils down to. But Cosmo might have some other, she might have a different version of it than I do, but we're gonna get to that. But yes, y'all, I want us to start doing some healing, okay? Some real self-love, and not be a scorned ex. Find that center, find that thing that's missing within you, and try to understand and learn why you're attracting what you're attracting to you if it's not what you want. That's the journey I'm on right now. I've been on that journey for a while, but I had to reset myself and really do some self-love, self-healing, and just get back to what I know I can be, my queendom, tilt my crown a little bit. But but overall, I just don't want my people to feel like you have to down another person that you no longer are attached to. I do my best to protect anybody that's ever been attached to me, okay? You could have done some of the most horrid, said the most horrific things to me, and I'll still find a way to protect you because I looked at the good in people. And I gain nothing by talking bad about you. I really don't. So that's me taking a high road. That's me being the bigger person when I don't want to be the bigger person. Y'all think I want to be I don't. I want to do some crazy ratchet stuff. I really would love to. But I let the universe, I let the world, I let God handle my battles, because I know if I do it, I got too much to lose. Okay. I'm not playing them type of games. So I can think what I want to think, but I know what I will and will not do, and what I will not allow people to do to me. So I just want us to do better with self-evaluating and not being that scorned person that just can't move on, and figure out what really is the issue within and start working on that so we can be more healthy in our new relationships and marriages and whatever else you desire. Okay, so I want y'all to think about this. Have you ever been a scorned ex? Just think of some stories, and I want y'all to hit me up at Date 101 Bmore Edition on IG. And Cosmo, she's going to step in. We're going to talk about this a little bit.
Hi, it's your girl Cosmo from Dating 101 Bmore Edition. I'm happy you guys joined us today so we can talk about this hot topic, scorned exes or scorned ex, right? You might not have a rap sheet like others. But so yeah, just like Bossladi was saying, we are not licensed therapists, but I do consider myself a hood therapist, you feel me? I say that because I call Bossladi, I call Wendy, I call Mo, I call Bree, Ebony, my friend Shake that just left me, but she's still with me. I love you, Shake. Rest easy, baby. I have those people that I reach out to, and those people reach out to me, and we give each other advice. And when I'm listening to my tribe, my team, my squad, they really sound like licensed therapists, right? Sorry, Bossladi. I know. We have to do the disclaimer. We are not licensed therapists, right? But I'm a hood therapist, and so is my clique. No, seriously, I have to put some type of sugar in the tea, because every time we talk about things, certain words I know are trigger words, and certain topics are triggers for certain people, but they have to be discussed, so that way we can get over them, we can bypass them, we can know what's ahead, we can know how to step. People try to, like, you know what I'm saying, push it under the rug, but we need to talk about these things. Scorned exes. Of course, I am someone's ex. I do have exes, so I can speak from both ends of the spectrum. Being a ex, I wish the best for the person that I just separated from. I wish nothing but the best for them. Why would I wish the worst for them? Even if they offended me, they did something for us to separate, I still wish them the best. As a person with exes, I don't want them to excuse me, have a bad outlook on me, even if I was the one, which I'm being honest, I have no relationship that ended because of something that I did to end the relationship. Because usually, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I am the person that usually, even when I'm the offended, I will try to work it out, try to sort it out, try to see how we can make sure you don't do this again, or what can I do to make sure that you don't feel as though you have to do this again. And, it is what it is, but I still don't want to have, a bad rapport with that person. Although in my spiritual counseling from one of my good sisters, Light Workers Society, that's Ioka, hey baby, she told me, let the universe handle things, just give it. Grandma said, give it to God. It's the same sense. Let the universe handle it. Cause what it is what it is. What it ain't is it ain't. But, yeah, so I don't want the bad rapport with the person, but I did notice, with certain situations, men have the tendency, and I'm only speaking about men because that's what my exes are all men, have the tendency to try to find something bad or wrong that you did that has nothing to do with the outcome of us separating, but they're going to find something to make sure, well, it's because of this. And I understand that now that it's gone. When it was in my face, I didn't understand it, but now that we separated, I'm like, I get it. You just made it up, right? Whatever. Going back to being someone's ex, I've had someone say, well, you made me feel like this, so now I'm like this. But what I did notice, boss lady, is and I know a lot of ladies can agree to this. There's some fellas listening that can agree to this too as well, I'm sure, that you fix a person up for the next situation. You understand what I'm saying? If you didn't wear ties when you met me and I started buying you ties, more than sure, when you go to church or go out to dinner, now you're going to start wearing ties, right? Nothing wrong with that. But that's where accountability comes in. If I know I did something wrong, man, listen, I'm sorry. I did this wrong. I won't do it again. Or I did this wrong. How does this make you feel? I'm sorry. Let's keep it moving. When we have those in-depth conversations and really turn around eye to eye and lock in with your person, I'm telling you, fellas, ladies, it will get you through. It will go in one ear and out the other, as far as okay, we talked it out, it disappeared. We shouldn't bring this back up, right? And if it comes back up again, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But at this point, we need to stop acting like stuff didn't happen, right? So take accountability. So I just don't like a bad rapport with my exes, and I want them to know that, hey, I wish you nothing but the best. I don't consider myself a scorned ex. That's something you probably would have to take. You would have to do a poll or voting for something like that for yourself, right? But whatever. And I'm not mad. My exes that's listening, I'm not mad at y'all. Y'all already know what's up. We still say hi if we see each other in the market. We thumbs each other up because we know how we used to kick it, and it's if you with somebody, I don't want to interrupt. Thumbs up, keep it moving, right? That's me. I'm one of those women. But yeah, I've had now, okay, so two ends of the spectrum, but I like the number 4 is a very, very powerful number, so we'll do another 2. So you'll be the person that's someone's ex, right? They're in a new relationship. We talked about the scorn ex, but can we talk about the scorn newbie? Why, if you have the man or the woman, why are you bothering this ex? Leave me alone, please. Don't call me asking me nothing actually. But if you need some advice or some help, because I do this thing on Dating 101 Bmore Edition, you can just say, what's going on with him? How am I will respect that more than playing on my phone or making up fake pages and strolling. And then if you're going to stroll, subscribe. Go to YouTube, subscribe to Dating 101 Bmore Edition. Go back to Instagram and at least follow my page instead of just clicking on and clicking off to see what's going on. He's not over here, right? But I get it. And that's sad, okay? And then also the man that's your ex now realizes the grass isn't greener, and now he wants to tap back in. He wants to say, what you doing? Ain't talked to you in a while. Why would you be talking to me if we're done? Right? Go stay over there. Be nice. And so that's 4 different spectrums. Does that make sense? I always like to do something a little different. I be getting on Bossladi nerves, but y'all already know she loves me the most. But yeah, callers, viewers, tap in. Let us know what you guys think. Scorned exes. You can be either or. It doesn't matter. Let us know your situation. Give us some type of insight on how we can help each other fix this wacky relationships, or as Boss Lady saying, we know it all. It can't be that bad. It's not that bad. So yeah, come over to Instagram. Follow Cosmostar 410. Follow Boss Lady 101 Management. Boss Lady is BOSSLADI. It's Boss Lady with an I. Okay. Make sure you guys tap in. Let us know what you think, how you feel. We are open, right? We love constructive criticism. We love to hear you guys input because it's going to make us, work as a team, as a community. But I'm definitely ready to just be focused on one person, giving them all of my magic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really, really shaky out here, difficult out here to find what it is you feel as though you truly want. But I think that's another conversation as well, Boss Lady. Like, we got to know what we want. Like, for me, for instance, I go and evaluate myself. Now I'm doing it because I'm single. I do it every month, right? I'm just like, and it's all about me. It's not about anybody that I'm seeing. It's about me. It's like, all right, when we went out to eat, that annoyed me. I don't like that place. Because what I noticed with me, I'm very indecisive, especially where you want to eat at. I'm allergic to shellfish. I don't really care too much for eating out, because when I do, I literally eat the same things, and that can be boring to a person, right? So I'd rather cook, but then still I'm indecisive. It'll take me a while. If you waiting to eat on my time, you won't be hungry, because a lot of times I eat 2 meals a day and not 3 like other people. But yeah, so I try to evaluate myself and be like, all right, look, did you notice that kind of triggered you? You never had that trigger before, so that's a new one. But how do you think that, do you really think it was that serious? How do you think that you can kind of sort that out so that way you don't not respond? Because that's kind of rude too, right? Somebody says something to you or asks you something and then you don't respond. I sometimes find myself doing that because I'm used to, like, all my relationships have lasted long times, like long-term kind of relationships. I think the shortest period relationship I ever had, calling somebody like boyfriend, girlfriend, or for sure being somebody's girlfriend, was probably like 3 years. And that's like 10 years in this world, right? But yeah, that's the shortest relationship that I had. So I like to just be like, oh, all right, this is something new that never happened before, but I know that if so and so would have did it like this, I would have responded. So let me just check myself real quick, because I don't want to offend this person. That's another thing I do too. I apply what I learned from an ex and I utilize it with my new relationship. If it's like, you talk too much, you're irky, right? I evaluate myself. If it's true, all right, you got me. So let me make sure that I give this person room to set the tone, or stuff like that. I want to make sure, because men, that's something that I think that women, we kind of forget too, that they have feelings. And a lot of men like to be asked, what do you want to do? Or what you want me to do? How do you want me to do it? We don't do that anymore, because I know we deal with a lot of men also that, crack the whip. Hey, do it like this, do it like that. And it's like, whatever. But men, just pay attention to your person and just know if they are the person that likes to be asked. But majority of the time, respectfully, just like grandma, mama taught you, would you like this? Or you ask somebody something, make them feel, looked upon, like you love their presence, so that way y'all can keep it moving and build something fresh and new. Don't hold on to the negative stuff from the exes. If you have something that you know about that refers to negativity, right? What I do is I keep it in like a little cheat sheet for the negativity, and just like, okay, it's my stuff is on there as well, not just the exes, but stuff that I know that I went through with an ex, and you know how they made me feel. So I'm like, all right, this is negative, so I'm not gonna do this, or I make sure I did this before I, making sure I did what I needed to do, my checklist, before I go out and sit with someone to eat or be in someone else's presence, because I love to be alone. That's also hard to do. Being single, wanting to be with someone. But I've had relationships that was so successful. They came to me and was just love the fact that, oh my gosh, like you sure you don't want to come in the room with me? And I'm like, no, I got work to do. I got homework to do. And they like, oh, okay. But they really loved it. I go back and check on them. They on the video game. And I'm just like, oh, baby, you want me to get off the game? No. Finish doing what you're doing. This lets me know I can go back to it. But we're still together. That's rare, right? I had a lot of my friends, male and female friends, tell me like, that's so dope. I wish that I could be one of the females that actually don't mind their man playing the game. But I don't, because I really like doing my own thing. So I'll be looking up hair products and sending my friends funny memes, or let's dress like this, let's make this up, stuff like that. So I don't care. I have my own life outside of my relationship. But we need to figure out how we're not going to let the scorned exes affect us in this new dating pool. We want fresh water, right? All right, let us know. I also believe that with scorned exes, you definitely need to know if you were the offender or you were offended, right? And please let your new person know, truthfully, if you were the offender or if you got offended, because that's the reason why a lot of stuff be happening too. People believe whatever you tell them, right? Some people believe whatever you tell them. So you need to check that and get that correct, because don't be having nobody call me like I did something to you. I had a situation where the girl was stalking me. She was upset. She was mad. And everything. Oh, I went past your salon. I seen your best friend here. And I'm like, wow, she really digging deep. How she know all this stuff about me? And the whole time, I'm just happy-go-lucky. I don't even know what's going on. And this man was cheating on me. I'm talking about long. We was in a relationship for a long time. He was cheating on me with her. And they had some time, but it wasn't a long time, right? So I was like, what is wrong with this lady? She is calling me and offending me, and I'm already offended by the offender. That's your new boyfriend. Do not call me with that. You got to be careful too, because a lot of times it takes a lot to let things go. Some people, it takes a lot to let the small stuff go. So imagine being offended, being hurt, being lied to, being deceived, being manipulated, being used, right? Giving your all, your trust, your just everything. And somebody comes back and plays with you after you let all of that go. And somebody comes back scorned to play with you, to start a fire. Oh my goodness. Yo, I'm literally, it's just, I don't get it. That's why we need to do self-evaluation. We need to breathe. We need to calm down. And we need to figure out, when you go through your new man's phone and you find old text messages that he should have deleted, and it got my information in there, and you call me without checking the last time we had a text feed, you could possibly be in trouble. Don't do that with me, with Cosmo. Don't do that with me. I don't know about the rest of y'all. I do not promote violence. This is another disclaimer, okay? I do not promote violence, right? But I was on a varsity debate team. They were going to pay for a full ride for me to go to Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia. And So yeah, I don't believe in physical violence. Non-violence. But please check the dates and the stuff of everything that you guys are doing before y'all get all hot. Y'all scorned, y'all get all hot and fiery. And then you go out there and you try to start a fire. Don't do that with everybody, right? You shouldn't do that with nobody, but don't do that. That's not nice. Okay. But yeah, and then so check your facts, have your fact sheet. And then also if you have what you would consider the prize and the joy and the win, right? Why are you still hot and sad and bothered? You should be cool and chill and calm down and loving it and feeling it. I don't understand. Give me mine and I'm gonna mind my business. I don't have nothing to do with what this world got going on. I'm trying to make myself better, build up what's around me so that way we can take over. Other than that, to each his own. But y'all let me know what's going on, because that's just me.
Y'all heard what Cosmo said. So listen, we're gonna end this topic on a good note. I want y'all to know, if you're a scorned ex, or you know someone that's a scorned ex, talk to them. Give them encouraging words. Y'all gotta move on. Everybody is in your life for a different reason and a different season. I know that sounds cliche, but ultimately, you should not harbor any hard feelings against someone if you're no longer with that person. It takes too much energy. You have to figure out ways to move on and find happiness. So on that note, I want y'all to follow us on all social media at Dating 101 Bmore Edition. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Patreon. I got so much stuff coming, y'all. I appreciate you, and I thank you in advance, and we'll see you soon.